Well, here we are in front of Clubhouse 1. It's not ready for the big debut in September just yet, but I'm here with Guy West, who's the operations manager and making all this stuff happen for us here today. And you're going to take us on a little tour of what we've got done and what's still in progress so far.
Oh, absolutely. We can start anywhere you want.
All
We're
right.
ready to go.
We have the whole world is our oyster.
Pretty much. It's like you said, it's not fully complete, but it will give you a good idea what we're doing. So I think it's a great, we can start probably in the lounge or,
All right. Let's head off to the lounge. It's going to be fun. All right, so here we are in one of the meeting rooms, one of the rooms that a lot of the residents here use for all sorts of multi-purpose things. What's kind of been the changes, big changes in this room?
Oh, so there was actually carpeting on the walls. But just to give you an idea of what we've done, so we've upgraded all the lighting in the room with the LED under Title 24, so they're more efficient lights. We installed doors. They're all new doors with the hardware. Those are solid core wood doors. Obviously, we removed all the carpeting. We patched up the drywall that was behind the carpeting. And it takes a layer of paint. We have some finishes like the baseboard and chair rail, as you can see, going around. It's new flooring. The flooring before was really in bad shape.
So it definitely looks modern, right? As opposed to the kind of the dated, what was going on from the 1960s stuff?
Correct. And if you take a look at the kitchen area, that's a good sign of that. So we have solid surface countertops. We have nice flat electric cooktop, new sink, stainless steel. Not all the appliances are in. There's going to be a refrigerator. You can, if you take a look, you'll see that there's a dishwasher.
Okay, this one is the small rooms. I want to look at the big ballroom next. I hear there's some major things happening there, right?
Yeah, we're redoing the fireplace. That's one of the, so now it's the focal point of the room. It's really nice.
Okay, well, ballroom's next, folks. So Guy, a lot's changed, but some things are still remain the same in this room. Let's start with the floor, which looks brand new, but it got resurfaced, right?
Correct. So the floor, the committee that walked through and decided what the finishings would be in each of the rooms, they decided that they liked the parquet floor, and that's one of the things they wanted to keep as original. So we're refinishing it, and it should be done soon, probably within another week. We'll be done with that.
And how about these chandeliers? These look amazing. Really, really nice light fixtures.
Yeah, all the chandeliers are new. They had these old wrought iron fixtures before. I don't know if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
So those are gone. The space, they're trying to modernize it. That was part of the idea of just bringing it up to date. And that's one of the features they chose.
Mm-hmm. Now the wiring used to be, you could see the wiring running through the place because it was kind of put in after the fact, after the build, or a lot of the wiring that came in, but now it's kind of hidden away, right?
Correct. So it was all surface mount, meaning all the conduits were running on the walls along with the boxes that hold the switches and receptacles, and those have all been concealed. So now it's a clean look, a more modern look. Doesn't give you that 1960s feel.
And we're going to show the fireplace here in a sec, but the fireplace, you guys are doing a real revamp on the fireplace too. What was it before and what are we looking at now?
Okay, so it was a gas burning a fireplace. It had a very large opening. Back in the day, I'm sure it was very spectacular. But the committee chose to go with a more modern look. Mm-hmm. And so we've fitted the fireplace with a new electric fireplace that has glass on 3 sides, gives a good visual. Plus the fireplace itself will be a slate stone, complete all over the entire fireplace. It will also have a bench around it for seating. Mm-hmm. So it's very modern. It goes with the rest of the look and feel that they've decided they wanted for this.
Yeah. And the last thing they did keep is the big entry door here, right? The old, yes. I mean, that was back in the 60s, that door came here and they decided that let's keep that one. It's pretty ornate and beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's very nostalgic. I mean, it was here from the very beginning, so that's the one item that's remaining. So yeah, it's pretty spectacular.
All right, but in this room, I gotta say, everything old is still new again, and it's a beautiful update, and we can't wait to see the finished product in September. What do you say we head out to the pool?
Hey, that works.
Well, we decided that, such a nice day, we'd take a dip in the pool, but I'm going to tell you guys, not as refreshing as I'd hoped. but it's our only chance to really
Yeah.
stand in here and ever do an interview, so why not take it?
Why not?
So tell me about what the renovations have been. Now, the pool's probably going to look not drastically different in terms of what, the upgrades or whatever, but you've made some internal upgrades in terms of piping and lighting and all of those things.
Correct. So the lighting's going to be all LED lighting. That's what the standard is for today. We replaced all the tile, so you'll see lane markers and you'll see tile around the edge of the pool. That's all been replaced. This project is a capital project for 2024, and it's really what they call a replaster. Every 10 years, you have to come in and redo the plaster, and that's really what this project, the intent of this project. However, when the health department came out, they did find some corrections that were needed, and one of those corrections was to upsize some piping.
And so great opportunity to all this has been, the whole facility's been down for so long to really get all this work done, right?
Absolutely. This is perfect timing. The rest of the facility shut down, so it just makes an opportunity to make sure that we can get this done as well during
All
that
right.
time period.
There we go. Let's dry off and let's head into the locker. All right, as you can see, we're in the men's room, not the ladies' room. We wouldn't violate that space, but we're in the men's locker room. And one of the things you were telling me is like, we didn't really change the layout of everything, but everything's really updated to new standards.
Yeah, that's correct. So all of the plumbing fixtures, all the tile work, all the shower fixtures, it's going to be all the dividers that divide the showers and divide the urinals and things like that. Those are the types of upgrades, as well as the lighting is all new LED. The windows are new and the doors are new. And so it's just, an update.
Yeah. Now, one of the realities, anytime you do renovations, is you open up a wall or you open up a floor and you say, oh, we have a challenge here. What were some of the challenges you found in these locker rooms?
So we found a lot of dry rot. The reason for that is because in the showers, they didn't have adequate shower pans that were installed. So that was one of the things that we made sure that we updated as well, so that in the future we wouldn't have that moisture intrusion issue that we found when we opened up the walls. So
there we go. So everything's in here, modern updates, all the standard pipings, everything's up to code, everything's the new clubhouse for the next 60 years.
Oh yeah, so everything is to code. And I did mention, so when we put in the lighting, we're following the new code, which is Title 24, the most efficient lighting that we can possibly put in to this day. Plus we have lighting controllers so that when you walk in a room, the lights will come on. When you walk and leave the room, the lights will go out. So.
Okay. There we go. Efficient is efficient. I'll tell you, we went to the pool, and now we're going to go to another pool. The billiards room is our last stop on our new tour of the new clubhouse. Stay with us. So we're going to end the day with a nice round of billiards, but we don't actually exactly have the tables in here yet, but the beautiful carpet's in here, and you can see the triangled lights around the whole room where the billiard tables are going to go. This is a relocated room, right?
Yes, so it's repurposed. It was an art room at one time, and I think they used it also for different purposes besides just an art room. And now it's been solely dedicated for a billiards room. And they're removing the billiards room that is at the Performing Arts Center, and there was one here on this campus, and they're eliminating both of those, and this will be the only billiards room.
Okay, and so the billiards room now over there is going to be a little bit more of everything for everybody, and now we have this dedicated room. What makes this room special? Is it a little bigger? Is it a little more, accessible?
Yeah, it's definitely a larger. It's one of the larger rooms in this facility. It also has its own little kitchenette, which is a nice thing to have, of course. It's got upper and lower lighting, so you can have better control of the natural light that's coming into the space. They did put in, as you mentioned, the billiard lighting, which is a nice feature, but it's strictly for billiards. So this room will not be used for anything other. They'll have the tables in. We did lay carpeting down instead of the hard surfaces that we had on some of the other spaces. That was one of the preferences for the billiard room.
Now, for me, I haven't been in this place since it was closed down, almost a year or so ago, a lot of months ago. And I come in here, I kind of go, wow. What's your overall feeling as you've seen the progress go and you've dealt with every single room and every single piece of it? Do you feel like, hey, it's going definitely in a positive way? What's your overall feeling about the whole renovation?
I'm with you. It's a wow factor. You come in, and as we mentioned before, there were electrical lines running on the walls and just really dated in that way. And so yes, when I come in and I see the new tile in the restrooms and I see the new wall and the colors that were chosen for the rooms, it is a wow factor. And I would say that definitely the ballroom is probably going to be the biggest wow factor when we're done.
Okay. You looking forward to September?
I am. Recreation will have time to come in and set back up, and more than likely they'll have a grand opening at some point, and it's going to be a festive time.
All right, Guy, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That is our update from the Clubhouse 1. Can't wait for September when it's all finished.